excited about the future, and again, so honored that I got to compete at the Paris 2024 Olympics for the Philippines. Really hopeful to do it again in 2028 in LA as well, and continue to compete for the Philippines in the SEA Games, Asian Championships. So even though the Olympics is in 4 years, I'm very excited for everything that leads up to that as well.
All right, Levi, welcome.
Okay.
Hi, Levi. MJ here from TV5. Congratulations. First of all, what's your deal with Viva? What did you tell them that you wanted to do? And how will you balance this with your trainings for LA?
Yeah, so we talked pretty profusely about that because I have a slightly different schedule than other people because I do have my obligation to my training comes first. But we discussed doing brand deals, modeling, and then in the future acting and modeling.
Wow.
So that would be my primary goal. Right now, probably more centered around the modeling and brand deals. But I'm pretty enthusiastic about, I'm doing as much work as I can on social media right now and trying to build my platform and build my brand. So that would be the next step forward.
That's nice. But when you say acting,
yes.
Are you talking about post-LA?
I mean, if there's little projects that come up here and there that work in my schedule, that would be something that I would discuss with Viva and kind of try to figure out how that would be possible. But bigger projects would have to be after LA because I do train almost 34 hours a week sometimes.
Wow.
But now that I'm going to college, I will have a little bit more time because their training hours are a little bit less.
Wow. Saan ka magka-college and ano?
Yeah, I'm going to Stanford University in Palo Alto. So I'm very excited about that.
Ooh. When would that be? When are you leaving?
I leave tonight actually.
What?
I wish I could have stayed in the Philippines longer, but unfortunately I have to move into my freshman dorm.
I know, that's like tonight. Oh, wow.
I know.
You shocked us there.
I know. I truly wish I could have stayed longer, but yeah, our flight is at 10 p.m. tonight.
Oh, wow.
Going back to LA.
You have cute TikToks, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun. So we'll just touch base with you there.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, MJ.
So my dad is mostly, he's a Filipino-American actor, Anthony Rui Vivar, and my mom is an American actor, Yvonne Rui Vivar. They have been in a lot of projects. My dad has done NCIS Hawaii, Haunting of Hill House, Race to the Sun, with Halle Berry. He's done White Fang 2, Tropic Thunder. They've been in Criminal Minds. Oh, you should do, Filipino films. And he was like, yeah, I'm totally down for that. I mean, I'm speaking for you, but, yeah.
Just be the bad guy. I'd like to be the bad guy with the machine gun.
Okay.
Yeah. What about your mom?
Yeah, so my mom has also worked as well. Right now, she, had to spend a lot of time taking care of her children because we're such, a burden on her. But
She did The Sopranos. Criminal Minds, Third Watch.
They actually, my mom and my dad they got married before they did Third Watch together. But on Third Watch, the show, they were dating. And they got married on this show as well, which I think is cute.
Wow.
So cute.
Yeah.
So, Aliva, you have a formal training in acting also, aside from being a sports girl?
I have, when I was younger, I did some voiceover work, and I did a short film called Girl Power. And then I did the voice of one of the characters on Doc Smith Stuffins, who is actually a Filipina character. So I have some experience.
It's like a Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, it's like a kids show. Yes. So I have some experience. Obviously, my parents can give me a lot of helpful tips because they're very experienced in the industry, and because of gym, I haven't had as much time to train in acting. but I would be hopeful that I could pick it up quickly. I don't know. What do you think? I feel pretty comfortable in front of cameras, at least. So, yeah.
Yeah, you natural charisma, and so yeah.
Thank you.
For sure.
Do you have any exposure on our Filipino movies or TV shows like that?
I haven't. I'm hopeful that I will get the opportunity to, but not
What about
yet.
watching them?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
I have watched some, but I could be, more educated on it. Yeah.
How is your Tagalog right now?
It's not very good right now, but I'm hoping in college to take a Tagalog class, get more involved with also my community at Stanford, the Filipino community.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to join the Filipino club at Stanford. And also a lot of my teammates here in the Philippines have been helping try to improve my Tagalog as well.
Mhm.
So hopefully I can start progressing in that regard.
Can I ask that?
Yes.
How are you supporting Levi in her journey as a celebrity here in the country?
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
How do you want to support her, or what kind of support you want to give her?
We give her all the support that that we possibly can. I mean, we travel here as much as we
Because you
yeah.
will do a lot of traveling. It's just going to study in Stanford.
Exactly. So traveling back and forth, making sure she's taken care of here, making sure that we're connecting her with friends and family while she's here, that she's looked after. But she just turned 18, so we're in that phase now of like she's no longer a little girl, but at the same time she just turned 18, so we're still in that kind of
navigating.
Yeah, letting go, holding on, letting go, holding on. So it's exciting for us, and it's a learning curve. But she's been, for a lot of her life, she's been training on her own, or she's had to grow up pretty fast. So she's a pretty amazing person, and we don't worry about her that much.
Okay, thank you.
I do actually really like making content. I find it really fun. I come up with ideas on my own. I edit it on my own, and I put it out there on my own as well. It is a decent amount of work to do that all on your own. So the fact that it's getting views and people enjoy watching my content is really exciting. And I'm really hopeful that I can continue to build my platform, and that people will continue to enjoy watching my videos, and I can come up with some very exciting ideas moving into college and training with my new teammates there, and then always coming back to the Philippines and being able to train with my fellow teammates here, and then again continuing to go to SEA Games and all those other international competitions. And hopefully I can come up with some fun content ideas. Class in Los Angeles. It was called JAG Gym. I was, like I said before, 18 months old, so truly like a little baby. I then moved to a more elite gym at the age of 7, where I started to train in a program called TOPS. In US, TOPS is the program that kind of jumps you onto the elite track. So I did that for a few years before I made Hopes Elite. I made the national team for Hopes, and then from there I kind of just started to progress, where I made it all the way up to national team. I was a 2-time national team member for the US, which is where Simone Biles and Sunisa Lee train, and attend these national team camps where we had to verify our routines. But then more recently, I just probably like 2 years ago, I decided to transition to compete for the Philippines, which is the best decision I've ever made. I had been wanting to compete for the Philippines for many years, but I had no way of connecting with GAP here in the Philippines. But once I was able to make that connection, I just transitioned right away.
That's a hard question. I think fundamentally you just have to be there for them. There are going to be days where it's the toughest battle is knowing as a parent when to encourage and when to listen to when they need to step back. So it's really hard. There have been times where she's injured or she's having surgery on both wrists, and you're looking at her and you're like, what are we doing? Like, we need to stop this, you know. So there's that moment, and then there's the moment of like, no, you need to like help her through a tough day, or help her through a dark time, or motivate her, encourage her to get up out of bed and go to the gym and do your thing because it makes you happy. Like, so it's a really difficult balance to know how and when to support, but it's all about support. We don't drive this train. Levi's driven this train. I think that's the other thing, is that you have to listen to your child or your athlete. This is too difficult of a journey to if she doesn't want it. She needs to want it. She needs to, you know, the athlete needs to be motivated to do it for herself, because as parents we can't say, hey, you need to do this for us. We want you to do this. You know, it's important that they stay in the driver's seat of how far and how long they want to go for it.
Thank you. I could go on and on about you know, as much as advice as I can give younger athletes going down this path. I guess throughout the years I've definitely learned that like it is a journey. Like, and when people say that, I truly believe that. There are so many ups and downs in this sport. You're gonna have times where it's tiring, when it hurts, when, you know, you have to push your body through extreme circumstances. A lot of the times, you know, like mentally too, sometimes you don't want to put your body through that, but when you remember why you fell in love with this sport in the first place, and that again you're really truly doing it for yourself and no one else, and because you enjoy the sport or you enjoy the challenge or embracing the challenge, I would say that is like when you're able to thrive. So I guess like a mantra that I live by is like embracing the challenge and kind of enjoying the hard times so that it makes the success that much more rewarding.
For the Olympics was a year from when she had bilateral heel surgery.
Oh, wow.
And
So it was exactly the same.
Yeah.
So like quite literally the exact same day that I found out I qualified to the Olympics, a year prior I had bilateral heel surgery. So I had 2 bones removed from my heels. I had my Achilles tendon was slightly ruptured. So after that injury, I was told I might not be able to compete at the same level that I did before. But I think that was a true turning point for me, because I knew that I just had to give my all in that time, use that time for recovery and really to improve myself, improve my conditioning, get stronger. And I think that was one of the moments that truly defined me as a gymnast. When you have those setbacks, it's difficult and it's heartbreaking, but it's also the times where you build character.
I don't know, maybe some of you are older. My father was in the Society of Seven as a Filipino show band singer. So he started the Society of Seven, and so with June Palistico and with Bert Navera, and so that's how I grew up with Martin in Hawaii. So I was born and raised in Hawaii. We're a big Filipino family, around 7 Filipino uncles, Society of 7, right? That's my upbringing. So I always was, I was raised backstage, in the light booth or behind the scenes. That was my foray into the entertainment industry. But then I decided that I wasn't a great singer, so I went into straight drama. I went to school, the Conservatory for Acting. I went to BU, Boston University, and then moved down to New York. Started doing New York theater there, and then started doing film. Like my first film was White Fang 2, the Jack London novel with Ethan Hawke, and then just kind of kept working from there, and then did a show called Third Watch. I don't know if you guys have it here, but it was from John Wells, who did ER, and it was basically cops, paramedics, and firemen. I played a paramedic. The show won a lot of awards, and my kind of career kind of kick-started from there. And then I've done films like Tropic Thunder with Jack Black and Robert Downey Jr., Haunting of Hill House on Netflix, Southland, another cop show, a lot of different film and TV shows. So I've been lucky enough, knock on wood, to work in the industry. And why I kind of roll my eyes or kind of go, oh gosh, it's not because I love the industry, but it's a hard industry. It's a tough industry to be an actor and make a living. So yeah.
And I think you had a cute love story with the mom of Viva. Could you share that? She mentioned you got married on.
Oh yeah. So we met in college. Me and Yvonne Young, her mother, and we met in college. We never dated in college. But as soon as I graduated first, and then she graduated, and then we started dating, and then she's an actress. We were both working in New York. Then I got Third Watch, which is the paramedic show. I wrote a play that she was in, and the producers saw her in this play and loved her work, and they wrote a role for her in the show. And we became love interests on the show, which was really, wild. And we're doing like love scenes, in the show, and we're like laying in bed, and they've got the cameras, and they're checking the focus, and we're talking about our laundry list of things to do. It's really interesting, kind of funny. And then our characters on the show got married. So in our house, we have 2 sets of wedding pictures. We have our wedding pictures, our real wedding pictures, and we have our on-camera wedding pictures.
Cute.
So yeah, super cute.
Were you together by that time?
When we were married on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we were together when she came on the show.
That's cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
You worked with Halle Berry.
Yeah, I worked with Halle Berry in Race the Sun. Halle Berry and Jim Belushi. It was basically a movie about solar car racing, high school students from Hawaii. It's based on a true story, kind of like Cool Runnings, but set in Hawaii.